Hello, welcome to my YouTube channel. This is my first video. So, if you're wondering what's going on here, I do maps. So I'm an artist. I am a digital artist online, and I draw maps. Welcome. This is the first in a long series of things I'm going to upload because I have so many video files to get up here. So if you like it, let me know. And if you have any criticisms, please let me know because I'm new to this. I don't know what I'm doing. I just record my work. That's all I do. I'm not a video person. So let me know. This piece, this is an original piece. So if you follow me anywhere else like Instagram or something like that, I do a lot of fan art. So I've done maps of elderscrolls, maps of Zelda. I do stuff like that. Lord of the Rings, Middle Earth. This is an original piece that it took me probably somewhere between 10 and 20 hours. Mostly because of this new style that I'm using. So you can kind of see it here that I'm using like your classic triangle mountains that Tolkien just loved, as we all know. But I mixed it in with some more realistic looking shading, something that you might see in an atlas, maybe, because this is how our mountains tend to look, very weathered. You know, it's just kind of like folded land. It's the kind of the way I like to go about it. This piece also, I mean, like I said, it's original, so I figured it's a good one to it's a good one to do for my first upload. Sorry, it's late. So yeah, let me know if you like it. I got more videos to post, so if you like the video, let me know. I'm just sitting here, I guess. I'm watching this for the first time, so I don't know. Sorry, so let me know also if the video's a little too jittery. I work really weirdly. I love to zoom out and look at the whole piece. I am realizing that's not very good for video. So I'm trying to, minimize that. I like using a different window to have it open while I work so that I can, just look over instead of actually zooming out. The brush I'm using is just a square brush. I use a pressure opacity square brush, since mostly what I'm doing is just shading. I will often use two-tone shading. I'll do a highlight color and a shading color. Usually the shading color will be something in the blue or violet spectrum, just so that I get like the cooler color on the shaded side. And then whatever the highlights are, usually on a new layer, there's just a brighter, more saturated version of the base color. In this case, it's more of like a muted green, which changes underneath some of the layers that I'm going to put on top that are like parchment texture. Man, I really zoomed out on this one. Sorry about that. This is sped up quite a bit as well. I work slowly, so sometimes I have to do that. I haven't made a video in a very long time. I am lazy, so fixing that this year. This is the year. No one's ever said that before, right? Yeah. So let me know. Also, let me know how everybody's doing. I mean, how are your projects doing? I'm sure you're here working while you're working on something else, or you're not. I don't know. I don't know you. You're doing you. God damn, I was so jittery in this. I know it's sped up, but damn. I just can't focus on one thing at once. So I think my next video will probably be... Actually, don't know. Let me take a look. Since I'm just here. I don't know. I don't really want to have like scripted videos because what's the point? You're just watching me draw in a really sped up and jittery fashion. Which it will get better. Trust me. I'm not just saying that's how it's gonna be. I have more. Okay, so this I have another commission. So I have a commission that I'm going to upload. Similar style to this, so look out for that one. That'll be fun. I went kind of nuts with this soft style. It's like a... I usually like to use an airbrush. This time I used the square because it was giving me more like minute details, which I liked. You know, small stuff that was really giving me a nice sharpness to edges that was good. Which gave me the idea initially to combine the two styles of like the traditional, you know, triangle mountains with some shading and then like putting them at the top of the peaks. Because it was getting the nice sharp lines that kind of nicely faded into the shading. Oh yeah, I should probably talk about the piece. So if you don't know, obviously I'm a map artist, and right now I'm working on my own project. It's an original game world for role-playing games, D&D, Pathfinder, and all that. So this is one section of it. This is a region. I have a big grand plan of doing a module or a campaign set here. Doing a number of dungeon designs, all of the enemies, all of the NPCs and all that. I'm working on that right now. But I'm releasing it piece by piece on my Patreon. So Patreon's linked down below. That's my home base for 2023 art. Everything is at Patreon. So I'm going to be, and it's going to be there first. So obviously if you're on Patreon watching this video is going up on Patreon and YouTube at the same time. But going forward, that will be different. I'll be putting videos on Patreon a week before they go on YouTube. So if you want to see anything early, that's going to be one of the perks of my Patreon. And yeah, if you want to support me, you know, go there. Some of the stuff is free. I do have a couple of free posts, but you know, if you want to get any of my older work, that's all going to be on a different tier. But I do have everything I've ever made on there, so you know, you could just subscribe for a month to download it all. That's totally fine. But yeah, subscribe to the Patreon if you're interested in any of the products I'm going to be releasing, which is mostly maps like this, environment designs, house interiors. I do a lot of diagrams. I do a lot of like orthographics, environment design, level design, that kind of thing. But I'm branching into characters as well. I'm realizing I've always been terrified of doing character art because people are hard to draw, man. They are hard to draw. You can make mistakes with this, like maps and environments, and they'll end up in the final because you're like, oh, well, you know, that's just what it looks like. Not people. If somebody looks wrong, even slightly, you can tell. And you're like, damn, that looks bad. It does not look right. So I'm working on it, but it's slow. I actually do have a piece that I'm recording in progress. I'm recording the process. That'll be coming soon once I finish it. I have a ton of stuff that I have not finished. So look out for that. This is an old piece. If you follow me on Instagram or you're on Patreon, this obviously has already come out. And I'm working on some of the locations here as well, because those are part of the game. A lot going on. It's a busy year. But yeah, let me know what you think of it. Be as brutal as possible. That's fine. Totally fine. Especially if the video quality. Please, let me know. Because I don't know what I'm doing. I need help. And criticism is help. Oh, I'm doing some curves here. I'll be showing, I will be doing some Photoshop. I don't know if I want to call it tutorial, because I'm not formally trained in Photoshop, but I will be doing some like videos of showing a little bit of my process when it comes to certain things that people have asked me about. Mostly with like layer effects, so doing bevel and emboss layer effects specifically for mountains, because I do this style, right? I do have painted styles that work well, in my opinion, I think, at least. But I also do a different style that you might know me for, which is top-down topographic maps. And I have a style, I have a trick for that I will be putting up in video format with a bit of a tutorial. So I've got so many plans. So this is the first of many videos. I'm doing some icons here. I like drawing the icons. I like, making them look like they're in the world, even though sometimes the scale doesn't make any sense. But, I mean, the entire map that I'm making doesn't make sense, so I've already abandoned reason, so why not just stick with it? There will be parts of this piece that I don't show the process for, but I will show you the final at the end. So some of all the labeling and the clouds that I added at the end don't end up in the video, but they're in the final. This is one of the main locations on the wizard's shelf, as it's called, which you probably can tell from the title. I'm jumping around here. My attention span, my short-ass attention span is kicking in. This is the big city, Gouliar. I don't know why I called it that. Naming things is such a... It's so scary in the moment, but then you think about it and you're like, just go with your gut and then stick with it. Which has been all of my art experience thus far. Oh, I quit to desktop there for a moment. Might have had to restart Photoshop. And let me know if you don't want me to talk in the videos. I wouldn't be surprised if I'm annoying. I was just playing with random ideas here. And then zooming out for some reason. I just had a moment where I didn't remember ever doing that. Some of these lines I don't remember. It's funny. But yeah, these first couple of videos are going to be commissions or originals, nothing like well known, but I will soon have some more well known pieces. I have a very exciting piece, in my opinion, coming up. The process video, at least, is coming up. It's the map in quotations of Luigi's Mansion, the first one. The original Luigi's Mansion game is one of my favorite games of all time. It's a masterpiece. The GameCube one. So I've been working for way too long, honestly, just way too long on this. It's like a cutaway orthographic. Like I've done this in the past for companies like Paizo for their games and stuff, or for Pathfinder. It's like an interior design of the mansion. And so, because the whole game is actually designed kind of like a dollhouse, so that's kind of the premise of my piece, my map of it, is all of the room interiors. So that'll be coming soon, I hope. I still have to finish it. And I think, from what I remember about what I recorded, most of the video will actually focus on new stuff anyway, so I have a lot of work to do. And of course, the one that everybody on Instagram is waiting for, Majora's Mask, will be coming. I've been recording a lot of that. I will finally have my... Oh my god, I've done... Yeah, damn. Once I'm done with Majora's Mask, I will have done 4 Zelda maps. I've done Breath of the Wild, Wind Waker, Ocarina of Time, and then this one. Shame I don't have the videos of those. Oh, actually, do I? I think on this channel, actually, I do have Wind Waker. How fun. I totally forgot. It was a couple years ago at this point. So yeah, this latter half is just mostly icons. As you can see, this world is kind of, well, this section of it, this region at least, is it's indicative of the style of the rest of the universe, or the world, the fantasy world. It's all a series of steps. There's cliffs. There's these massive titanic cliffs that separate these lands from each other. And this is sort of like a lone microcosm of it, that's known as the Wizard's Shelf. And there's this winding staircase in the middle that... It's not winding, it's just zigzaggy. That gets you up to the top shelf. And here's the final. All of my labels. Thank you for watching. Subscribe for more.